Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. Something that I have not talked about ever on my podcast is some baseball. Okay. If you guys do not know, I'm a Dodgers fan, and we just got done winning the World Series. But I got something alarming that has been going on around Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani had Tommy John surgery the year before he was with the Dodgers. Going into the season, he was only able to bat. His bat was single-handedly the reason why we won the World Series. And obviously, he didn't have a great performance in the playoff. Well, sorry, he didn't have a great performance in the World Series, but overall in the playoffs, from the semifinals round to the National Championship Series, National League Championship Series, and on up, he was sensational. He had his woes in the World Series because of the injury he sustained to his arm, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was to his arm because he slid weird, and his arm kind of got locked up under him, and his arm was essentially hurt, so he was having to swing a bat with a hurt arm. You guys go out there and try to swing a bat the hardest you can with one of your hurt arms. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was his lead arm. Yeah, good luck. You're not going to get no power under your swing, and you're going to be instant and wincing as soon as that 90-plus mile per hour baseball is going in there, based on what pitch that is thrown. But still, though, Shohei Ohtani with his bat was one of the reasons why the Dodgers won the World Series. And ever since he's been on the Dodgers, they've been trying to get him to start throwing again. I have been against it. I understand that Shohei Ohtani is a transcendent baseball talent, but there is no reason why, after what you saw last season, that you should even consider Shohei Ohtani pitching again, because he's too valuable. What is he to you when he's out there pitching and he possibly gets hurt again throwing the baseball, and you're not able to use him as a hitter? You're just losing one of the best bats in the league. But that's neither here nor there. Let's just get specific to it. So over the weekend, during the game that they played against the Mets in Citi Field, Ohtani threw his first actual live batting practice with an actual batter. He threw 22 pitches for the first time of live BP. And we're going to read an article here because I wanted to see some of Ohtani's comments and Dave Roberts' comments from what the pitching session did. And this article is from the Associated Press. Ohtani stated, "I haven't thrown in a while, so it was nice to be able to feel like I was a pitcher. I just kind of remembered those days when I used to have a lot of good memories as a pitcher." And the article goes on to say, with dozens of reporters watching from the stands, Ohtani threw to 5 batters in a simulated setting, including teammates Hee-Seung Kim and Dalton Rushing. "It was a good first step," manager Dave Roberts said. "Certainly exciting for all of us." Look, I already stated where I am on this. I don't understand why you're trying to rush Ohtani back to pitch, because I already knew. Obviously, I keep up with my team. I mean, I don't cover baseball on my platform because baseball is a tough sport to watch. Too many games, too much to keep up with. I don't love it outside of NBA. Although I can say, I know the NBA has been good this year as far as playoffs. But baseball playoffs is pretty darn good. Super underrated. So I mainly tune in during the postseason when it comes to baseball. But I know who's on my team and who's not on my team. I already knew we had a stacked bullpen, or a starting rotation, to be specific. And you got to think of these names here. Granted, you normally only pitch 5. You have a 5-man rotation for your starting pitching. Here are the names that are on our starting rotation in consideration for our starting rotation. And I left out a few guys. Granted, and we got to put an asterisk on this, some of these guys are on the IL. But here are the big names. You have Yamamoto, Dustin May, Tony Glazenon, who had a sensational season, even though last year he was injured, but the year before that, he was an all-star. Clayton Kershaw, who somehow just loves to come back and doesn't want to just put the cleats up for some odd reason. Roki Sasaki, the new Japanese pitcher that we acquired this offseason. Tony Glasnow, and Blake Snell, someone who we just acquired as well. 7 guys who are studs. Granted, Sasaki, Glasnow, and Snell are on the IL. So right now, essentially, out of the 7 dogs you only got 4 that are active. Not including some of the other, like the River Ryans and guys like that who are absolute studs and have potential to be great pitchers for this ball club. You're telling me, with this onslaught of pitching that you have at your disposal, why, Dave Roberts, owner of the Dodgers, are you even considering pitching Shohei Ohtani with this repertoire under your hands? I will never understand it. As we are talking to you guys now, I don't understand it. Because why would you even consider it? Given what you just won with Ohtani. You just won the World Series. You did the ultimate goal. The hardest thing to do in your sport. You won it. You have a transcendent talent of a player in Shohei Ohtani. Can you please explain to me why you would even entertain it? I get it. I know there is probably something right now at Shohei Ohtani where he wants to be able to pitch again. Is part of his game. That's what got him into the league. That's what got him people considering him one of the best baseball players of all time, the next Babe Ruth. I get it. But we got to put there's sometimes you have to keep the player from himself. What is in the best interest of Ohtani? Continue to be the best player in baseball. You're coming off of winning a World Series. You just won the NL MVP. You won more awards as well. Now that I'm talking about it, but I didn't think to write them down. But you won some more awards on top of that. Or you want to be greedy, not put the team and yourself and your health first, and just worried about the idea of pitching again, and chancing yourself from either screwing up your arm again, because it's likely. Tommy John is no joke, okay? That UCL is your best friend. That ulnar cruciate ligament is your best friend. Once you repair it in baseball, it's tough to come back from. Ask Dustin May. He had Tommy John the year before, and guess what? If I'm not mistaken, last year he hurt his arm again. I don't know if the Dodgers really understand how historic of a season Shohei had last year. He came to a team his very first year and won them a World Series. Do you know how many players are able to sit here and say that they helped win their team a World Series in the very first season they got there? Not many. The latest player that we can think of who has done that was Tom Brady. LeBron didn't even do that when he went to the Lakers and back to the Cavaliers. I don't even think he done it in the first year he was with Miami. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. If I know I'm right about when it comes to the Cavaliers and the Lakers. I might be wrong about Miami. That was way before my time. When LeBron went to Miami, I was 6 years old. I didn't even know who LeBron James was. I was too worried about playing with Spider-Man toys and Batman toys. But you have one of the greatest baseball players to ever touch a bat, who has ever touched a baseball. And when he is pitching, he is one of the best players in the league. Pitchers in the league. I'm not going to dispute that. But we got to look in the best interest of the team. Are we a better ball club when we have Ohtani in the batting rotation, fully healthy, knowing there's no chances of him hurting his arms by swinging a baseball bat, and competing to win a back-to-back championship? Or is it more beneficial for the team to let him pitch when he's coming off of Tommy John with the chance of him hurting his arm and not being available till next year, keeping them from winning a World Series? Granted, I know the Dodgers have one of the best medical staff you could ask for. It's a professional ball club. They put in a bunch of money into these players. I get it. But you got to be kidding me that the Dodgers are even considering this. And I can speak on this because I am a fan of the Dodgers. I do not want Shohei Ohtani getting hurt. I love Mookie. I love Freddie. I love Muncy. Brojas. Hernandez. Teoscar and Kiki. Andy Paez. I love them all. There's no way they're winning another World Series if Ohtani is not in that lineup in some way, form, or fashion. It's the God's honest truth. Cannot forget Will Smith either. Yes, I know my team. I know my ball club. Okay, I watched them all. I've watched them in the postseason every year. I was there when they lost to the trash can banging Houston Astros. And I was there when Manny Machado was on the team when we went to the World Series, and Mookie Betts and the boys demolished us. I was there. I'm a fan. Corey Seager was one of my best players I ever had on the Dodgers. He's not even part of us no more, and he left us and gave the Texas Rangers the World Series. I know ball. I played baseball. I understand how UCLs work. So I don't think that I do not like the idea that the Dodgers are even entertaining Shohei Ohtani pitching this upcoming season and in the future of his career. Let me know what you guys think about my comments when it comes to this. You may disagree with me. This is just my perspective of it. Shohei Ohtani is way more valuable in the batting rotation and hitting the baseball instead of pitching the ball. Now, if he was on a different roster, maybe I would have different comments. But we have, as I've stated, we have a stacked starting rotation when healthy. I probably wouldn't even mind if for emergency cases only in the postseason that you throw him up there. I'm not disputing that. But during the regular season, absolutely not. Let me know what you guys think. Do you disagree with me? Do you agree with me? Do you think Shohei Ohtani should pitch again? Do you think the Dodgers should even entertain it? Should they allow it? I want to know everything down below in the comments below.